Peace. Welcome to the launch of Root TV's live stream Sundays with Needle to the Record. I am Big Wreck. Real Hip Hop is back, and we're here for an incredible occasion just for you. Thank you all for tuning in, and we're about to have a great time here, okay? Beginning today, September 30th, October 7th, and the 9th, we'll actually be spending about 1 hour of your time getting ready for a momentous event with Needle to the Record, all right? We're having a great situation. A3C is involved, of course, Root TV, Needle to the Record, and we're getting it in. I want to introduce to you some of the people you will be witnessing here. We have DJ Logic.
What up, Atlanta?
We have DJ Azul.
What's happening, yeah?
And we have Warrior Mama, the wonderful Kimberly Stewart right here.
Hello, everyone.
Absolutely. So let's get this thing started. We're going to really get into everything that we're doing. Just a little bit about Needle to the Record, okay? This organization is an incredible asset to the Atlanta community, and they've been really instrumental in the art, the culture of hip-hop, specifically focused on DJs. A little bit of a background, celebrates the prolific history of turntablism by taking us to the very roots, okay? The vinyl-only head-to-head competition, Needle to the Record, is focusing on the competitive aspect of turntablism, okay? Now, no knock against Serato and all of the other technologically advanced situations we're dealing here, but this is vinyl. We're talking back to the roots, back to the essence. So this is what we're about. DJ Logic, DJ Azul right here, Kimberly Stewart. We're about to have an incredible time. So y'all, let's make this happen. Kimberly?
Yes. Just a little bit more. I'm Kimberly Stewart again, Needle to the Record. We started in 2006. We had our first competition at Vinyl, and it was an awesome event. Actually, we collaborated with, there was an event going on upstairs in the same night.
Okay.
We had a night called This Is Hip Hop.
Nice.
In 2010, we joined on board with A3C and had a wonderful competition there. This is actually my 4th year total, but my 3rd with A3C.
Wonderful.
And we've had some awesome competitors, some amazing judges.
Okay.
In the past, we've had Rob Swift. We've had DJ Lord.
Nice.
Last year we had the inventor of scratching, DJ Grand Wizard Theodore.
Grand Wizard Theodore.
DJ Scratch. And this year is no different from the previous years that we've done this competition. Really been blessed to just have people come on board.
Right.
This year we've got DJ Precise, who's a Scribble Jam champion. He's one of our judges.
Man.
We also have from the Awesome 2, DJ Teddy Ted. DJ Shifty has just been added as a judge.
This is history.
It's history. And the legendary cool DJ Red Alert.
Come on, man.
He's a resident of Atlanta now. He is also one of our judges.
Wonderful.
And these two gentlemen here are 2 of the competitors.
Yes.
For Needle to the Record. So.
Yes. Skillage. Skillage. Tell us a little bit.
My name is DJ Azul, straight from Decatur, not Atlanta, but Decatur.
Hey.
That's great. That's true. Tell you a little bit about myself. I started DJing about 5 years ago. Actually, my mentor, he taught me how to DJ, and from there I played drums for 20 years. So I decided to make a switch over and just loved it. Traveled the world, been to Scotland, Panama City, Panama,
wow.
DJing down in Bahamas, Nassau, Bahamas. So I've been doing a lot of things. So the techniques have taken me a long way. Nothing against CDJs. So
right.
I got them, but I prefer my techniques. So that's how I've been rocking out lately. Vinyl, Serato, just whatever. So
Wonderful.
All right, I go by the name of DJ Logic from New York by way of Atlanta. However I put that. But I've been here since '91, been DJing since '89. Started out back when music pretty much only came on records, so it was just natural for me to progress into being a DJ. I've done battles pretty much since '93. I've done every Needle to the Record battle. I was in the first one.
He's an honorary competitor.
All right.
I'm a veteran with the Needle to the Record.
Veteran for Needle to the Record.
And it's just something I love doing. I just love battling. I got 3 battles now between here and the actual event. So it's just a lot going on. It seems like it's picked up a lot lately. And I'm just
Absolutely.
excited to be down with this event.
Absolutely. And again, shout out to the A3C Festival going on October 11th through the 13th. It's if you don't know about it, look, just be here, be present, be involved in whatever way you possibly can. This is a hugely growing festival, one of the biggest in the entire United States, going on right here in Atlanta, Georgia.
It's the largest in the Southeast.
Yeah.
The largest in the Southeast. And this
In the
year
Southeast.
in particular, it's so much going on. It's just not, your MCs.
Right.
It's a film festival. Of course, you've got battles, B-boy, B-girl battle.
Absolutely.
Needle to the Record DJ battle. Wonder Root is doing some amazing
Man.
content this year with the panels. They're having workshops. They're having events
Community
over Wonder
involvement.
Root. It's amazing this year in particular, and even as far as when you look at the map, all the venues
Right.
that are being used, it's
Exactly.
all over the city.
All over the city.
A3C is taking over Atlanta October 11th through the 13th.
It's
So
gonna be crazy.
a3cfestival.com for
That's
more
it.
information.
Yes, indeed. That's what it is. So what we're going to do right now is get into a few questions, for our guest DJs who are going to be involved in the competition. First and foremost, I'd like both of you actually to share a little bit about how you got into the industry. How did you get into turntablism? And share a little bit about your experiences thus far.
Okay, I'll go first. The first actual battle that let me go back. The first time I saw a battle DJing do anything closely related to that was, first Juice. That was the first introduction to battling. But then I saw Third Base's DJ Richie Rich get down. It was on a Club MTV special. And that was back in the day when you recorded everything on your VHS so you could play it back over and over and over again. So once I saw that, that's when I realized that's what I really, really want to do. I mean, I was always a DJ, but as far as battling, that's what I want when I decided I wanted to do it. And the first battle I entered was at the Airwax battle way
Wow.
back in the day. There's footage of it on YouTube with everybody was in it. DJ Toomp was in it. This is before I knew who he was, and even after I knew who he was, I just thought he was a producer. But to see him break it down the way he did was just inspiring.
Wow.
Of course, that was my first battle, so I was really horrible. And then I went home and just revamped everything and just continued to do it. Every time a new battle comes up, I just join it.
Awesome. DJ Azul?
When it comes down to me, how I got into the industry, like I said, I was playing drums for about 20 years. Then I played Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. Me and one of my frat brothers were actually throwing step shows, different events at different locations. Came across my mentor, DJ D. Kaz. And so from there, he actually taught me how to DJ. And from there, I was at the club every weekend.
Getting
my
it
Air
in.
Train uniform, like people
All
cracking
right.
jokes on me. But I was there, and that's how I learned a lot of things, club, weddings, whatever, and college parties. And from there, I entered a DJ competition. I leave that nameless. Then came, this will be my second one that I'm doing.
Okay.
For the past 5 years, I just been homing in on the skills, and that's about it. So
Right.
from here, I just hope to get better and better. Like always, you never stop learning. So
Well, you actually mentioned two things, the mentorship
Yeah.
and skills. I wanted
Yeah.
to hear from both of you. How important has mentorship and has it been to you as it relates to the growth of your skills and just your development in your craft?
Well, I think it was real big, actually, very important. When I first started, I was just DJing on my own
Right.
in my bedroom, and only my two closest friends knew that I was even trying it because I was in New York at the time when
Right.
I started. And back then, you didn't just pop out on the scene and like, I'm a DJ, I got some equipment.
Right.
So you had to hone your skills.
Right.
And then when I moved down here is when I met my mentors. And, they really pushed me and showed me a lot of different stuff that I didn't even know was capable of with a turntable. And had I not had those mentors, it probably would have taken me way longer
Right.
to do that. And so I try to put back and, when I see someone that's interested in it and not just doing it for a fad reason, I try to show them, what's the real way of doing it or the right
Awesome.
way of doing it.
Awesome. Very commendable.
To me, I would say mentorship is very, 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 very much needed in this industry. Very, 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 very much needed. Reason why, like I said, I was at the club each and every time. D-Cast was there. Any other Urban Legends were there. I was at every spot they were at. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I was there learning something new. Reason why is because a lot of people think that DJing is, let me get a laptop and I'm a DJ.
Right.
And it's not
Right.
like that. Some spots, especially overseas, mostly every spot I DJ'd overseas, all of them have techniques. So a lot of DJs over here are not available to go over there and just rock out on the party. So it's very much so needed. Hone in on your skills. I remember the first 10 parties I did, and Cass was there. And I'm like, man, how I do, man? Did I rock out?
All
He's
right.
like, nah, man, you suck.
You
Every
gotta,
time. He's like,
you gotta
"Nah, man,
love
suck."
that.
And so my other partner, DJ Bluefire, he told me, like, me and him were in it together at the same time coming up, and that was our mentor. So every time we would do something, nah, you didn't cut it. Your mic game's horrible. Try again. And so basically, that's how I got better. And it's like, man, I just want to show him up.
Right.
I just want to show him up. So, I mean, that just competitive.
Exactly.
Competitiveness. So it just keeps you, drive you, and keep you going. So
Stay sharp.
yeah.
You guys both mentioned the use of vinyl, and that's one thing that sets Needle to the Record apart. When I started in 2006, again, the mission is to celebrate the history of turntablism,
Exactly.
which is vinyl. And over the years, things have changed.
Cool.
I know it's a convenience for a lot of DJs that travel, but the way I see it, and it's been a big debate for me to continue having a vinyl-only battle. There have been some people that approach me that want to compete and say, well, if you're not going to use a DVS, which is digital vinyl system, then I won't compete. Okay, there are other competitions, but I've asked mentors, because I consider Rob Swift and
Right.
Grand Wizard Theodore my mentors in planning this, and they say to continue using vinyl. Case in point, it's like not knowing math but using a calculator. You need to know your craft.
Very
and
good
you
analogy.
can use other tools. I'm not knocking technology. I mean, we have to say thank you to Native Instruments, our sponsor, who provides Tractor. We thank you.
Absolutely.
But I think to know the essence of your craft and to be
Sure.
able to use vinyl, it's like, you can use a sewing machine, but you can't sew a button.
Right. Right.
You need to understand
It's
the
true.
basics, the foundations of what you're doing
Absolutely.
to go and graduate on to the next level. So in my mentoring, that's what I've learned and received in planning this
Wonderful.
event. So vinyl is, hopefully it'll never go away. There are vinyl lovers everywhere, but it'll never go away, and this is what we
That's
do. We
it.
celebrate. Needless Record celebrates that.
That's it. And we also want to let you know about Needle to the Record, and Root TV. As a matter of fact, for all of you Twitter folk out there, we want to kind of introduce you to a few things. The use of the hashtag, of course, that would be N2TR. That's
For Needle to the Record.
N2TR for Needle to the Record, and Root TV Live. That's hashtag ROUTE TV LIVE, all one word. Okay. We just want you to tweet it up. If you're watching online, join us, and we're actually going to take to Twitter for a few questions if there are any questions that are out there. And, there's also a chance to win passes to this year's A3C Festival. Again, that's October 11th through the 13th here in Atlanta, Georgia. Free passes, okay?
For you and a friend. It's a set. Just not one pass.
Just saying, man.
Couple
Multiple.
passes. Really, just two. Really,
Just two.
Just two. For the day. Because every show that we'll do. So next week you'll have a chance to win and following. But yeah,
Absolutely.
connect with us. Interact with
Let's
us.
do it, man. It's a great time, and we're excited about it. And hopefully, again, we'll have people tweeting some questions, and we'll either post them on a monitor or have an intern read them off.
Well, let me
See what
ask
it
you
is.
this. Just for my personal knowledge, why? Okay, you have been with Needle to the Record since 2006. So I want the newcomer. I want to get his answer first. But why were you even interested in battling and signing up with Needle to the Record?
Why was I interested? Number one, to better my skills. Then number two, to actually see what else is out there. Not a lot of DJ competitions are here in Atlanta. So basically, it's networking, camaraderie, and bettering your skills. So if you don't do that, then where are you going to go in this industry? Nowhere. So
There you go.
that's one of the major things to me. So, but also to have fun. So definitely do that.
It's
DJ
wonderful.
Logic, what brings you back to Needles to the Record?
Actually, this is really a passionate question for me. I've been dealing introspectively with myself because, like I said, I've been battling for a long time. I mean, and I'm not a DMC champ. I'm not, a Guitar Center national champ or anything like that. But I've done those battles and I've gotten as far as I can. And every time I just try to progress it and go further. And someone asked me why I'm still doing it. I'm a little along in the years, but I'm still doing it because there aren't enough people doing it. And if I don't do it, I mean, I've been to a lot of battles, and I'm not trying to put anybody down or anything like that, but I've seen some people that just get up there and don't really know what
Right.
they're doing.
Right.
Don't really know. I mean, they've gone to the battle and not even had the proper equipment. And this is type of a bring your own equipment event. They still didn't have the proper equipment. So if I'm not up there, the bar gets low. As long as I'm out there, I call myself the filter. I'm filtering out, everybody else that needs to get their level up, get their skills up to the level of a Lord or a Clever, because these are the people that I battle constantly every year at the Guitar Center battles.
And you turn into a teachable moment.
Yeah.
Because they watch you and they see you as a veteran getting up here and what you're bringing and your demeanor and what you're doing on the turntables, and they learn. Hopefully they're open enough to learning,
Right.
What it is that you're doing if they're new.
That's it.
And that's one thing I remember Rob Swift also shared with me about battling as much as you can, because they're not allowed. There are battles out there. Like
Right.
you said, it's picking up this season in different corporate events. But whenever there's an opportunity to battle.
Get in there.
It's practice, just like an athlete does.
It's in anything.
If there's a race, if there's a meet, if there's whatever, you get involved. And not just to be seen and to, maybe show your brand, but to actually
Right.
interact with other DJs.
Exactly.
And because when I've seen, and I have to mention this as something I saw you post on Twitter, there's been like a collective over the years of people that have competed in Needles to the Record that y'all have gotten together.
Yeah.
And I call it the
See?
Needles to the Record crew.
Beautiful.
DJ Aquaria and Jeff C. and our last year's winner, DJ King James. There was something that you guys got together. I think was it last week?
Yeah,
or?
well, they do it pretty often. Like, we have another group on Facebook where, we just get together. I've hosted a couple of events at my house where I just put the turntables out and just everybody come on through.
Have
And
jam
it was
sessions.
not just vinyl, it was vinyl and DVS
Nice.
systems as well.
All is welcome.
Yeah, everybody, if you can get on, if you got the courage to get on, then get on. And like you said, enter every battle, because it's practice. All those battles that are coming up between now and the Needle to the Record are just practice for it, Needle to the Record. I was excited.
That's
I was
it.
like, wow, I get to get in front of more people and get my routine tightened up a little bit more before the Super Bowl.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
See, and that's the beautiful thing, because this is hip hop, y'all. This is a culture. It's not just one component. DJing happens to be one of the more prominent of the 5 premier elements of hip hop culture, but it's still not as recognized in today's society as it should be. You see rap and you see the commercialization of things, anything that's bringing attention and money or whatnot, but from MCing to DJing is the foundation. There would be no core without these guys.
They're the messengers of the music.
That's like, this is where it starts, So just as a student and an active participant in the culture myself, Kimberly as well, these gentlemen, this is something that needs to truly, truly be cultivated and constantly reminded that this is hip hop culture we're talking about. So salute to your entire organization, everything that's been going on for real. This is something that the culture needs. Okay, so as we're going to go into these few closing questions, if there's one piece of advice that you guys could actually give, to anyone that's coming up that would want to be a successful DJ. Okay, again, we're talking about a generation right now who may not be that familiar with turntablism or familiar with the essence and the foundation. What advice would you actually give an up-and-comer right now that's talking about getting involved?
I would tell them, first, like anything that you're going to do, you need to know what your goal is, what your end result is, what you want to achieve. And then do everything you can to practice it, make it better. You might even have to listen to the same DJ's mix over and over and over again, which is how I started out. Red Alert, I listened to him faithfully.
I want you to repeat the last thing you just said. I'm sorry. You don't understand the emphasis that is placed on this right here. Please repeat that last statement.
I got short term.
Over and
take
over.
a DJ's set and listen to it over and over and over and over again. You gotta repeat it, do something repetitive in order to learn it. Don't bite it. Don't go out and do that same routine.
Exactly.
At the club. Don't
Don't
that
bite
battle
it.
routine. But learn the skills. The battle routine is full of just skills. It's like a gymnastic event where the person comes out and they gotta do a certain number of things in order to get a good score. They gotta be able to tumble well. They gotta do. I'm sure it's something more complex than a cartwheel, but you know what I'm saying? You gotta do that,
Repetition,
execute that, and that's what a battle routine is. Learn all those pieces and put it together so you have a routine that's all your own. And like I said the first time, over and over and over and over again. Even when you get that routine, you still have to practice it. I have to pull out routines every year and try to remember it, because if I don't, I'm gonna forget. Even though I've been doing this for years.
My bad. What was that question again?
if there was a piece of advice that you want to give to an up and comer, what would that be?
Oh, advice. The same advice I got when I first started. Know your history. So find out
Wow.
who does what and where it comes from. So so like the different scratches. DJ Cash Money from Philly and also Jazzy Jeff. They transformed. They made it very popular. And so actually, just know what's happening in the DJ world. And when you start out, don't start out on CDJs. Don't start out on any computer program, especially virtual DJ. Nothing against them, though, but that seems to be like, oh, I'm a DJ because I got virtual DJ. So stay away from that when you're starting out. Basically, just go to your grandma's house, dad's, mom's house, whoever. Ask for that vinyl. It's going to skip, but just ask for it and, get some techniques. And you can rent them, so, or you can buy them straight out from the pawn shop. That's what I did. So.
Hey. And for those who aren't aware, this isn't even being facetious. Vinyl, those are the old records that your parents and grandparents have. Big, square.
Contained in something like this.
Yes, it looks like that. This is vinyl. Yes. Ooh. Ah.
This is different than control vinyl because this only has this song on it. If you want to play another song, you have to put something else on it.
Now, one thing I do, being that you all are from the foundation, I don't even want to say old school, but y'all are from foundation. How have you all evolved with today's? I know you mentioned that, you use the CDJs, etc. How have you all evolved, knowing what you know, coming from where you've come from with the background? How have you evolved in today's DJ culture?
Well, I've stayed with the times pretty much. I was hesitant with CDJs because music was still coming out on vinyl. I got a club gig that required me to use CDJs. I learned how to use it and did what needed to be done. And I used it it was beneficial. It kept me from carrying a whole bunch of stuff around. But then when the DVS came around and the man showed me Serato, I got on Serato. And now I'm still using Serato when I'm in the clubs or whatever. I use MIDI controllers as well. I got a MIDI controller, I got CDJs, I've got vinyl. I stay up with it, I use it. I make beats as well. I use software to make my beats. You got to be with the times.
You have to.
You just can't be a hardcore.
I absolutely agree. Got to marry to both, definitely.
As for me, I had to de-evolve myself because I'm between the age of 25 and 30. We'll just leave it at that. And so actually I had to de-evolve myself from today's technology. And so when I started learning, it was straight on wax. It's two records that I really hate to this day. Is Sean Paul's record and Slick Rick's record. I'm gonna leave those names, the actual records, because it took me 3 weeks to blend them records together. And that's the reason why I had them though. But
he's stating this because it was a very tedious
Right.
event. He had to listen to it repeatedly, and he just got tired of hearing the same thing.
Right.
That's all he's saying.
nothing against them. They're great records, but while you're DJing with them, it's like, geez, like, why did he make this song? But it actually worked out because so much was going on in the song, and it actually taught me to break down each and every beat in the song. So, but that's how I de-evolved myself. Then I had to pay attention, like you said, what's going on in the times, and realizing what's happening. And basically, it's different ways of doing it because of technology, the internet. You could go to YouTube, see who's doing what and how they're doing it.
Very important.
Being very creative. That's what you have to be, creative in this industry. If you're not creative, you won't make it that far. You'll make it, but you won't make it that far. And so that's how I stay up on times and evolve along with what's happening.
Wonderful. You mentioned YouTube. You know, look, when we talk about research, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to go to the library, you know, and dig up this information and read a billion books. Go get online. We understand the generation that you guys are. Just understand you can get online as much as you're online now. Go to YouTube, and if you're really passionate about something, you're gonna dig. You're gonna find out. You can see examples of how it's done, how it was done at the beginning, just for your knowledge, and then create your own. He mentioned earlier, you know, you're not trying to bite these things, but you're trying to learn and implement some of these techniques and understandings into what you're doing. So very important, you know. So how do you all prepare for your competitions. Now, 1 second here. These gentlemen are in the actual Needle to the Record competition. So I'm not expecting you all to give all of your secrets necessarily. You know, y'all may end up head to head. You know, we would love to see that, wouldn't we? But real talk though, like just as an example, you know, for the viewers, how do you go about preparing for the competitions once you have those?
It's a long process for me, actually. I don't get a lot done initially because what I end up doing is, like, well, for Needle to the Record, each battle is different. You know, depends on the guidelines of the battle, what they want you to do. Is it going to be a mix-off? Is it going to be scratch-off? Is it going to be a combination of both? How long are my sets going to be? But we'll talk about Needle to the Record. For that, I basically had to go into the basement and pull out all the crates. And I'm pretty organized, but I'm not all the way there. Okay. So as I'm digging through, I'm pulling out records. My basement is a mess right now. I've got a stack of records like this big out of their sleeves, and then I got another stack of sleeves, so I'm going to have to go home and play concentration one day and figure out what goes with what. But I just keep going until something catches my ear, and none of my records are new. I've heard all these records a million times, and when I go back and dig through it, I always find something new, and I'm like, oh, that's perfect for this battle. Or, you know, I find an acapella that I've had forever. I'm like, this is a perfect battle record right here. Wow. So it's still a long process. I mean, honestly, I'm not even done with my routine yet. I'm still building. Yeah, you know, it takes a while. It takes longer to build it than it does to practice it, but I'm ready. I'll be ready.
Cool.
Let's see. How do I prepare? Let me ponder for a second. Now, actually, as he said, you think about where you want to go and how you want to go. It's like writing a book, or for us, I would say writing an essay. You sit down, you think, you brainstorm, you write down things. I have like 6 sheets of paper, and literally wrote down every song that I thought about, or like literally I'll have my DVS hooked up, and I just let it scroll through the playlist and see what's available. And so if it's a record I don't have, I'll call the crew. That's another benefit of having a DJ crew. Another benefit. And we should talk about that a little bit later about DJ crews. But that's another reason I hit them up, and stuff I don't have, I ask them, hey, man, I know you got this record. Got a copy for a little while? Hey, man, don't mess with my record. Right. It's like, man, you don't even use it no more, though. But it's cool, though. Yeah. But, you know, I respect that. So, actually, they've helped me come a long way with my selection and different things like that. So, like him, I'm not completely done with it yet, though. But, you know, I like to spend on my techniques when I do parties. Just did a college party Thursday. So, even in the middle of the party, I was thinking about how I'm going to do it.
See?
For A3C. So, you know, I was thinking about how I'm going to do it. And actually, I broke out into a little, you know, set. And everybody's looking at me like, what are you doing? So, it was, you know, but it was all good, though. So, you know, back to the party. So, you know.
You had mentioned borrowing vinyl and using vinyl that you've had for years. You know, again, the challenge that I faced in sticking with vinyl for the competition, people always say, well, there's not a lot of new songs coming on vinyl. Who said you need new songs? Who said if you can bust out a Lou Rawls and make it happen,
right.
You know, or really, or break out something from the 80s, who said you need new music? I mean, we hear that on the radio all the time, so, you know, bring me some, I don't know, anything. But, I mean, it's about what you do on the turntables with that music. Exactly. So it doesn't have to be the hottest thing and the latest, you know, top 40. You know, a lot of times people are not putting things on vinyl. I get that. But you don't have to have new vinyl to be in battles. Use what you have or what you get your hands on. It's what you do with that that makes the difference. We're not going to score, or the judges don't score on if you brought the hottest music or the latest music. It's what you do with the music with your hands.
Because I remember seeing a DJ battle where they actually used something current, but it was what they did. They completely chopped
and turned it into a whole new song.
It was like a new song. It was new material at the end of the day. So,
and then a lot of people that give that excuse aren't really looking that hard, because you can go on Amazon and you can buy vinyl releases of current music.
And there's stores here in town. I mean, again, I think that's about appreciating and knowing your craft.
Right.
Because if you really are passionate about turntablism, you know where to go. You know who to ask. And if you don't, you'll ask.
Find out.
You'll
That's
find
it.
out. And if you're not asking those questions, then how much do you really love doing it? No judgment, but I'm just asking. Like, are you really in love with this? Or is this a fad? Or is this just something you want to, you know, you have to ask yourself those questions. What are your intentions?
That's it. That's true to any art, anything that you're doing. You know, for those aspiring DJs that are watching right now, or you're just into the culture as a whole. If you're passionate, you're going to do the homework. Do the math. Find out. If you have questions, there's a plethora, a wealth of opportunity to find out exactly what's what. Okay.
Someone emailed me yesterday, and I get unsolicited information,
of course,
and music. My emails out there on press releases and so forth. But they said in the email, I don't know if I'm going to give it verbatim, but basically asking me to listen to their music, and they were up and coming DJ in North Carolina, and something in my spirit, immediately I wanted to delete the message because the approach was just not appropriate.
Okay.
But something in my spirit said, let me reply to this person and let them know the approach. And so I responded to him. I said, look, well, first of all, your language, homie, hit me back, homie, what's up? Maybe not so appropriate, And then also start in your own backyard. Well, first of all, I'm not a DJ. I'm an event planner.
There you go.
And so you didn't even know who I was.
Exactly.
To approach me in the way of what who I am. But start in your own backyard. If you're trying to get people to listen to me, this is going into another area, but with anything, there are resources all around you. You've got college radio, you've got club DJs, you've got radio station DJs, and then shadow someone.
Right.
Get a mentor. Ask questions and then be quiet and listen.
That's it.
But then your approach is everything. If you're going to be, you don't know my level of professionalism.
Exactly.
So just shoot for the highest and be professional and make a request. There's a certain way to approach. A lot of people, young people don't, and even older people, let's be honest, don't know how to approach people professionally when you're asking for something and you want something.
It's dealing with people.
It's dealing with people. So I think it's, a lot needs to be learned, and there are people that are available to teach you, but the information's out there. If you're looking for records, if you're looking for the equipment that you think is outdated, and some things are not even available anymore, but like you said, go to a pawn shop. There are a lot of places. Here's Beat Lab. They resell stuff.
They do. Absolutely.
Little 5 Points there is so much. Just walk through Little 5 Points. You will find equipment, you will find records, you will find clothes and everything else. So
it's true.
Do the work.
Absolutely.
Do the work.
Absolutely. Another question for you guys. Just over the span of your careers, okay, thus far, if there were anything that you would do differently, what would it be? Cue Jeopardy music right now.
My immediate response is practice more.
Okay.
Certain things will come up that stop you from practicing, or you might not even be in the mood for it. There's certain techniques that I just don't have down, and I've given up on them, and I've modified my whole way of getting, like this ain't a crab scratch, but it's close, and that's what I do. But I would have practiced a little bit more, put a little bit more time in it. But I can't even say that definitely, because the things that I did move over for, I'm still happy I did that too, But I would practice more and be a little bit more adventurous. Try different things. If it doesn't work, so what? Keep it moving. You won't know if it's not going to work until you do it and it doesn't work.
Definitely.
As for me, like all people, you wish you would have started something earlier in life, but things happen. It's meant for a different time frame. But wish I would have started a little bit earlier. And I'm still up on my drummer playing or percussionist style. So, I'm still up on that. So I would say probably mix more drumming into DJing. So it's a lot of DJs that actually drum on the turntables, and it sounds nice. It's
interesting.
Changing a song into something completely different.
It is.
Actually, yes, indeed. Someone need to teach that in college. So I think that would be a good elective, actually. But also just like you said, practicing more and having more time available to do a lot of different things, and branching out outside the U.S. instead of just sticking with hip hop, just going even further into everything else.
Expanding your repertoire.
Right.
That's a beautiful thing. Well, listen, thank you all for watching Live Stream Sundays. You are watching Live Stream Sundays with Needle to the Record.
That's what you're watching right now.
Exactly. Root TV Live. Absolutely. I'm your host, Big Rec, DJ Logic, DJ Azul, and Kimberly Stewart. Absolutely. Next Sunday, is that what we're going to be doing? September 30th? Once again, would you like to elaborate?
On next Sunday, the 30th, we're going to have host Angie Griffin. and she will be joined by a couple other competitors,
Okay.
DJ Aquaria and also DJ Reza. And I also believe our last year's winner, DJ King James, he will be performing during the
Cool.
competition. He'll be opening up the competition with the performance set. On the following Sunday, on October 7th, we'll have Head Crack as the host,
Hey, crack.
1079, and then we will also have some elements that are part of the competition, sisters that have been with me through, I think, the last couple of years.
Okay.
DJ Cha Cha Jones,
Ah.
DJ Ghost. Those are my host DJs that hold down the music at the event. And then this year, our host is Miss Dia from 89.3's The Show. So they will be here on the 7th. And I think also DJ OMG will be here. Thank you. And then the grand finale of Live Stream Sundays for this segment with Needles to the Record will be October 9th, that Tuesday before the festival starts.
Right.
And Fort Knox will be hosting. DJ Precise, which is one of our
Nice.
judges, and we'll have some other legendary judges that'll be coming through. But that'll culminate Live Stream Sundays, and I'm so appreciative to Chosen Media and to Root TV for even doing this. It has been amazing.
Root TV, salute.
In the last couple of weeks, 4 shows have been produced.
Amazing.
And everyone, I appreciate all of you all for coming on board.
Absolutely.
And being
Not
a
a
part of
problem.
this. Needles to the Record has such a specialized audience. And so to have any type of vehicle that can talk about Needles to the Record and A3C, it's so appreciated. But we just want to thank, like I said, Root TV. We want to thank Red Bull. We want to thank ABC Publicity for helping us out. Lord Yada Inc. These are some of my sponsors I'm going through right now. Native Instruments and Tractor. Live individuals, and I'm not sure if we can do a t-shirt giveaway. We don't have them here. We're gonna have to give them to them when they come in town. But we do have some giveaways, you guys. Questions? That'll be great. And Sam Ash is also a sponsor. We've got a really nice package for y'all.
This is great.
Who's gonna win this competition this year? Like
Uh-oh.
every year, it gets bigger and bigger. I mean, the $500 cash prize is nice enough. But on top of that, you get tractor, you get some other equipment, you get some clothes, you get some
Watches.
Oh yes,
Had a-
Flood Watches. Can we talk about them for a quick?
Go
There
in,
is
go in.
Flood Watch, and they're one of our sponsors. Thank you so much. Yes, they've got watches, beautiful watches with turntables. They even have a Rock Raider edition. Rest in peace. And it's a beautiful piece. But they have a whole line of turntable watches. So
Yeah, I've been on the website.
Oh, you've been checking? Have you been picking yours? Okay, well, make it happen then.
Somebody's doing
make
their
it happen
homework.
on October
You know what I'm saying?
on October 12th. Yes. So we're just grateful, though. Grateful every year, I think, and maybe you can attest to this because you've been a part of it as well. The level of DJs, the judges, to me, it's just growing and expanding, and I just appreciate having a platform to be able to do that.
It is
So.
getting bigger, and I just wanted to point out that one of the judges is one of the reasons why I am a DJ. Red Alert.
There it is.
I used to sit and listen to his show.
History, man.
Religiously. I mean, I was too young to go to the club, so that's all I could do was listen to Red Alert and just look back between him and Marley Marl. Growing up in New York, so I'm really excited. Every year, it's always somebody that I'm like, oh man, like last year when he was
Grand Wizard Theodore. Let me tell you what he did. Talking about YouTube. I need y'all to go on YouTube and search for Needles to the Record, Grand Wizard Theodore. Last year, and we were outdoor, and it was a little bit different. But the brother needle dropped blindfolded. I don't think people really saw that or remembered it.
That's ridiculous.
But
man.
he didn't use his mixer. He put a blindfold on and was needle dropping. For those that don't know what that is,
Break that down, Kimberly.
go to Wikipedia or Google it. It's from what I know from my limited knowledge, instead of using a mixer, right? He takes just one turntable, and y'all can be more technical. Tell me what it is.
Here we go.
You got the record, and the record
Okay, I got it.
is just revolving. If you go around, it's the song, and each part of the song that you hear is going all the way around. Needle dropping is picking that needle up and going right to that individual sound
Place that
you're
you
looking
want.
for. Going to the place in the song that you want.
So doing that by
Crazy.
itself with sight is one thing, but then doing it with blindfolded. So last
crazy.
year was amazing
That's
to even witness
Man.
that. This year, DJ Shifty, he's been with us for the last couple of years. To me, when he performs, no pun intended, but that's when, for me as an event planner, the energy shifts. and something happens to the energy of the room, and it becomes a party, and I become a spectator. So
there we go.
I'm able to
Make
take off
that
my event
transition.
planner hat
Right.
and actually enjoy the show and not be so technical and clipboard lady, walking around. So yeah, this year's, I just expect this to increase every year. It goes
Right.
up another notch. Another
Absolutely.
notch. Next year will be year 5, and we'll be doing an all-star battle where I'll be asking my winners and the runners-up
Okay.
to come back to
Okay.
compete. So we do 8 DJs head-to-head. It's a random selection. This year, if you didn't notice, I'm increasing it to 5 minutes versus 4. Yeah, 5 minutes. Because we have time. We go on at 11 o'clock to 1
Right.
o'clock. So I've got the time. So let's make the most of it.
Why not? Why not? This is great, man. I'm happy to even be a part of this. I want to send my quick thank out just because I was asked to be in this place and host it. Okay, I'm gonna move on. Anyway, again, big salute to Needle to the Record, Root TV, just for involving myself. Real Hip Hop is back. That's my organization, and we're about the culture of hip hop and bridging the gap between the youth and the elders. So just to see, even this dynamic, you've been doing it for much longer, than Azul, and just kind of seeing how y'all are in competition together and being able to just vibe out and talk about the elements and how important the foundation is, while yet still being a young man between 25 and 30, being involved in it and still kind of cultivating his craft. I mean, it's just a beautiful thing. So again, I'm excited and happy to be a part of this as well. So a few more questions, for these gentlemen. Again, Needle to the Record is in the building. Root TV is in the building. And this is great. So I'm excited, Sometimes you have it to where artists have kind of outgrown their crafts. They're just, okay, I did this. I've kind of, they've gone beyond their area of expertise. And how do you know when to kind of just throw in the towel? How do you know when it's like, you know what, man? It's over. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Like in other aspects of the culture, whether be it b-boys, a lot of times b-boys, they're just, their knees and their joints are just, it's a wrap, for MCs, some people have kind of lost their skill and haven't cultivated it, and they're still rapping. I'm going to leave that alone, but that happens. So when it comes to turntablism and as DJs, when do you know when to throw in the towel? Obviously, you're still going, but when do you think is that appropriate time?
I think when I get on stage and I just can't perform at all, when I can look back and say, man, that was garbage. What did you do? But as long as I can get up there and I can perform and do well, I'm going to keep on doing it. But it's like you said with some rappers, they just should really hang up the towel, but they continue to do it. But they're doing it for the money aspect. That's why they're putting out records. I'm not making a whole lot of money battling, so I'm just doing it because I love doing it. B-boys, like you said, their knees go out. I mean, I saw a video on YouTube of a DJ with no arms, DJing in a club. I mean, he's changing records. He's on a stool, but he's DJing. He's doing his thing, getting down, and he even can light a cigarette with his feet. So if he can do it with just his feet, I'm going to still keep on doing it. Look it up. It's on YouTube.
That's love, man.
I mean, so if he can do it with no hands, I can still always do it as long as I got my drive to do it.
Beautiful. What you think, Azul?
I would say I would just say artists should hang it up as when they're not able to be creative anymore.
Nice.
I would say that a lot of them can go into writing because they got good stuff to write about, and that they're good writers, but as far as their delivery, it would be past their time.
Right.
And so I think that would be a great direction for a lot of them to go. For example, you look at Ice Cube. Basically, he saw himself like, hey, I'm a great artist, and he was. But he decided to go into another direction, just like Ice-T. They decided to go in different directions, and that's how you stay current, and that's how you evolve. And so, stay relevant. And so basically, they saw, hey, gangster rap's kind of coming to an end. What I'm rapping about now is coming to an end. So it's time for me to step into the movies or step on a big screen and on TV.
Or just in a different place in their lives.
Exactly. Prime example, LL. Came back, dropped another album, then went back to TV. Came back, dropped another album, got her up to 13. And it's like, all right, I'm done. It's going to be strictly TV. And the guy doesn't even look a day over 30. So he's doing his thing. So big ups to him. So.
That's it. Great answers. Any parting words from you all? Just Yeah, what's going on now? In your world besides the Needle to the Record competition?
Well, I just got the call for the AT&T DJ battle. It's partnered up with V103.
Okay.
That is, the preliminary is going to be Tuesday at Frank Ski's restaurant here in Atlanta. And then if things go well, the final will be at the Southern Classic football game at the Georgia Dome, which is this Saturday. So
Our birthday weekend, by the way, myself and Kimberly Stewart.
very good. Happy pre-birthday.
Oh, thank you so much.
And then you can catch me Wednesday nights. I'm at Uptown Comedy Corner. I do the Wednesday night show there.
Cool.
I flip-flop between Wednesday and Tuesdays, but right now I'm doing Wednesday night. And then just more battles.
Beautiful. Azul?
Like you said, happy early birthday to y'all.
Oh, thank you.
Hopefully, y'all give me the DJ y'all party.
All right.
But
That's the thing.
yeah, on Saturdays now I'm at Sweet Auburn Lounge doing that as downtown Auburn Avenue on Saturdays. So yeah, show love to downtown city of Atlanta. I'm doing that with my company, Connections Entertainment, Connections DJs. We rent out lights, everything, mixers, whatever you want. Anything that's involved in the industry, we rent it out. Speakers too.
Speakers.
If you want speakers,
And amps.
and amps.
Inside jokes.
So just let us know before we get there. We'll take care. Nah, no, but actually, we do it. We take care of everything. So just hit us up.
Awesome.
I want to give
Yes. Kimberly.
as I put my face back on. I wanted to make sure that I say hello and shout out the other DJs that are competing in the battle with
Wonderful.
them. Again, DJ Logic, DJ Azul. There's DJ Popcorn from New York. DJ Aquaria, who will be on next week. She's from Georgia. DJ Flip Flop, which is he's from Oregon, and he's part of, what's the name of the group? I want to say it correctly. Is it Cunning Linguist?
Cunning Linguist.
Cunning Linguist. I want to make sure I say that correctly. Cunning Linguist.
Cunning Linguist.
They will be at A3C as well, but their DJ Flip Flop, is going to be in competition. Boy Genius is from Illinois. DJ Reza, he will also be on next week's show from Georgia. And DJ Cisco Rockwell, who is from Colorado, he will also be competing.
Was he
And
last year?
yeah, he was there last year. Yeah, actually Aquaria and
I remember Aquaria.
yeah, Aquaria, and then DJ Ross. He came on like last minute. So yeah. So and then also your host, Miss Dia.
Yeah.
Co-host DJs Cha Cha Jones and Ghost, and performances by last year's winner DJ King James, and also DJ Shifty, who's one of our judges as well.
It's
It's
going
gonna
down,
be nice,
y'all.
y'all. So come on down to
It's going
A3C,
down.
especially October 12th. No, I'm just kidding. It's 11, 12, 13, but it's
3 day.
if you are, whether you are in the industry, have been in the industry, or new, A3C is where you want to be for networking. Just being in the midst of everybody that's there,
Absolutely.
whether you are a producer, if you are an artist, a rapper, DJ, now a filmmaker,
That's it.
and just want to know some good stuff. Like there's a panel, I have to shout out this panel that Wonder Root's doing, because I'm doing,
Yes.
I am doing a panel that Saturday. Hello.
Exactly.
There's so much going on this year.
There's a lot.
On Saturday, from 4 to 6, I'll be doing a panel called Needle Off the Record.
Ooh.
And it's your favorite DJ's favorite DJ, like an intimate moment, intimate discussion. Kimmy Bennings, who's of Ministers of Sound, which is an awesome exhibit that she's putting together, which I gotta get you guys hip to. She's hosting. We've got DJ Kimmett from Spread
Nice.
Love. He just released an album. DJ Applejack, Sounds of Mecca Entertainment. We've got DJ Ghost, DJ Sky, and Ramon Rasol. Now he's house, but he just produced House in the Park. I don't know if you guys heard about it at Grant Park, and a lot of folks came out.
Look
So
at
he's
that.
got something to say.
Beautiful.
So that'll be happening on Saturday. But there's another panel that it's called "What You Really Know About the Dirty South."
Okay.
It's from 6:30, I think, to 8 at Wonder Root, and it's going to be an
Wonder Root.
examination of Southern culture. African American culture, and how it influences Southern hip hop and rap.
Awesome.
So when my panel's over, I'm boom, boom, boom.
Right.
Y'all ain't got to go home, but you got to go some, because I'm gonna be
yeah.
rushing to that panel
There's a lot
after my
happening.
panel. So there's so many good things happening this year. If
There's a
you,
lot.
there's certain areas that you just may be a film, person. You may be a panel person. May only want to see, b-boys and b-girls. A3C this year's
Something
got
for everybody.
something for and all ages. Now, 11 o'clock at night, I don't expect to see any children at my
Yeah,
event.
no kids.
But there are things going on in the afternoon. There are
That's
things
it.
going on during the day. So it's, certain venues may not accept all ages. You have to look online to see what's available and what's acceptable.
Absolutely.
But it is an all ages event.
Big shout out again to Wonder Root and to the whole A3C. And
Yes.
speaking of such, I am performing at this year's event. I've been blessed with the opportunity to work with the legendary Digging in the Crates, one of the founders, Diamond D. We have a project coming out in November, so you can check for that. Big Rec, Diamond D. It's called Doomsday. Check that out. Also, I will be performing at the festival on Friday.
Speak it.
That's the 12th part of the whole thing. A3CFestival.com. Check it out for all of your questions in regards to that. And I know you've been waiting to see what these guys can do. They've talked a
Some
great
turntables
game.
behind us.
They've talked so much this whole time. We've asked so many questions, and they've had all the right answers. But can they perform? That's what we're about to do right now. We're going to take a brief moment, and we're going to let them demonstrate some of their skillage. All right? Let's get it in.
Needles to the record.
You know what? OG.
Hello, I can't really hear.
Another minute.
It's loud enough.
sentiments, man. Appreciate it, man.
One more time, studio audience, y'all give it up one more time. For DJ Azul, DJ Logic, going in. Man, incredible. Well, this has been an incredible time, man. Thank you all for joining us online, our community right here. Salute to the Microsoft Store for being wonderful hosts. And you've been watching Root TV's live stream Sundays with Needle to the Record. Now, again, I'm your host, Big Rec. The Real Hip Hop is back. Put a .com on it. All right. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to @Mambocita. That's @Mambocita. Watching all the way from the UK. Y'all give it up. You know what I'm saying? This is love, man, for real. Next Sunday, September 30th, we'll be here with Angie Griffin. You know what I'm saying? This is another part of the ATL hip hop community that's going to be here hosting yet again. We'll continue to get this thing going along with DJ Aquaria of Alliance DJs, DJ Reza of the Fader Gang DJs, and last year's Needle to the Record winner, DJ King James. All right? So that's next week, and it'll be followed up October 7th as it inches a little bit closer toward the A3C Festival going on October 11th through the 13th. October 7th, Head Crack, artist and co-host of the Ricky Smiley Morning Show here in Atlanta. He'll be with the ladies, music by DJ Ghost, as well as 5-Star Generals, Cha-Cha Jones, and hosted by Miss D of 89.3 FM's The Show. All right, so this is, also DJ OMG. All right, that's another one. So we're just getting it in. And in the last event, October 9th, my twin, Fort Knox, you know, heavy. You know what I'm saying? That's my twin right there. You know, if you don't know him, get down out here. You'll get to know him real quick. So he'll be hosting the finale of it. That's October 9th, and that will be also with DJ Precise, DJ Wiz of Kid and Play, and other legendary DJs. So again, big shout out and special thanks to ABC Publicity, to Red Bull. Thank you all for joining us today. Again, this is Root TV's live stream Sundays. Man, Big Rec, realhiphopIsback.com. Salute.